What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Sorry it's been 2 weeks since my last video. Been a little bit busy with life just kind of in general and springtime, so I'm trying to get my lawn up and running. But I figured for this week I'd show you guys how I clean my 2016 Chevy Colorado Z71. So this is it's obviously some of the first days of spring, so this will be the spring cleaning. And you know, right now it's pretty messy for me and my standards, so I figure I'll probably do this in 2 videos. Probably do an interior video and then do an exterior video, so I'll do the interior first. So with that being said, let me show you around and show you what we're working with. All right, so as you can see, like I said, I've been working on my lawn the past 2 weeks or so. So I've got mud on the floor mats. There's a lot of just kind of like general dust and stuff on the inside of the truck. Here, if I come over here, show you here, hopefully you can see a lot of this dust that's right along in here. So it just kind of needs to be wiped down. I took a few trips over to the compost, coming to the back. And again, it's just kind of, you know, I know for a lot of people this probably isn't really that messy, but for me, this is me letting it go. So let's go ahead and dive into this. The first thing I like to do when I'm doing an interior cleaning is just pull out I'll pull out all the floor mats, shake them out, and then we're gonna put these to the side. We're gonna use the pressure washer to actually clean these off with some wheel cleaner. And I'll show you guys how to clean some Weathertech floor mats. Sorry about the camera movements here. Move the seat back. You Colorado owners know the driver's side floor mat actually has 2 clips that it clips into, and those can be a bit of a bitch to get off. So you just gotta reach up underneath the mat and try to pry it off. I always find that the clip closest to the passenger side gives the greatest amount of aggravation. Come on, there we go. And just give that a good shake out. You know, you can probably see how disgusting that is. Coming around to the back seat, I'll pull the camera around and I'll show you guys some of this stuff. But I get some, it's not staining, but it's I don't even really know. It's residue, I guess, from some rock salt. When I was snow blowing my driveway, I had gloves on. I had rock salts on them. I didn't really realize it. I took them off. I threw them in the back seat here because I had to move my truck so I could finish on the driveway. And some of that rock salt hit the vinyl on the seats and caused some residue marks. So I'm going to try to get those off today as well. So just finished pulling out this floor mat. The back one from Weathertech's just one piece. No one really sits in my back seat. I don't have kids or anything. So it stays pretty clean back here, but we're gonna follow the same process for the front mats on this back one because, you know, if there's any fading or anything like that, I want it to fade consistently. So that's just kind of why I do this anyways, even though it's actually pretty clean. So. All right, so that residue I was talking about, you can see it right here. Like I said, I don't think this is staining. I'm gonna use some Lexol and see if I can get this stuff out. But this is kind of what I'm talking about in terms of the rock salt damage I have. And you should definitely get Weathertech floor mats or some type of, you know, fitted floor mats because, you know, never mind the sticker, but I mean, look how clean the actual carpets are. They barely need to be vacuumed at all. But you know, we're gonna vacuum it anyways because that's the American thing to do. But yeah, definitely get some Weathertechs. That's the brand I prefer, but I've heard other ones can be pretty good. I just don't have any experience with those ones. So we're going to start with, the first thing we're going to do is start with wiping down the dash. All right, I like to start with wiping down the dash because if there is any dust in any of these spaces, it makes sense to knock it to the carpet first before you vacuum, than to vacuum first and then wipe down your dash. So what I use for my dash is Meguiar's Natural Shine Protectant. That's just what it looks like. I think it actually smells really good. I really like the way that this stuff smells, even though it's not really meant for that. But I find the finish that it leaves is really nice. So it's not like an Armor All where it leaves like that greasy, really shiny film. But it doesn't exactly leave a matte finish either. I would say it leaves kind of a satin finish, and I really like that because I like a little bit of, like, I want to see that I did something, if that makes sense. And I really like the satin finish. It's not greasy. You're not going to get dust that sticks to it or anything like that. So that's really why I like this stuff. I think it's some of the best interior cleaner that you can get. I'm going to, none of these tips are mine, right? Like, so, I've, watched Ammo NYC, if Larry Casilla, if you're really into car detailing and things like that as a hobby, which I kind of am. So if you're into cars, you probably know who the guy is, or like Obsessed Garage, right? Like, these are tips that I've pulled from their videos and I've just implemented in my car care here. But the reason why I mentioned that is because Obsessed Garage, obviously, Matt sells all types of different things from his own store. So one of the things I'm going to look to get here in the future to try out is the P&S interior cleaner and the brake buster. With these new wheels, I'm not sure if they're clear coated or if they're what's the other one there, where basically the paint gets like baked on, powder coated. That's the one. So I'm not sure which one they are, so I don't want to go with like a Meguiar's like all wheel cleaner and then have it damage my wheels. So the P&S brake buster looks like it's a pretty safe product, and then the interior cleaner gets a lot of really good reviews, so I want to try that. But anyways, that's enough of me blabbing on here. The way I do my dash is, I don't spray it onto my dash like that. I guess you could if you're gonna do your windows last and all that fun stuff, but that's just not really my jam. I spray it onto the towel. So what I'll do is I'll do like, because this is obviously a clean dry towel, I'll do like 4 shots in the towel, and then as it dries out I'll just do 2 shots from there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there's no rhyme or rhythm to it. I try to divide the dash into sections, so I know what I've covered and what I haven't. Just helps me stay organized as I'm cleaning the truck. And I know this might look a little shiny right now, but trust me, when this dries off, it's going to dry to a nice satin finish. Also, I prefer to wipe down the dash from the passenger side. I just find it easier than trying to like fight around the steering wheel. Like when it comes to the instrument cluster and cleaning all that, I'll sit in the driver's side and do that. But I think overall, cleaning the interior is probably easiest from the passenger side. Right. I've never had a problem with this stuff also causing glare. So if you're worried about like, oh, even a satin finish can cause glare as you're driving, I've never had that problem with using this stuff. I mean, whether I'm wearing polarized sunglasses or not, it's just never been an issue for me. So, I mean, that's another positive about this product. Again, I've been using it since, probably 2013. is when I think I found this stuff, and I've been using it ever since. I love it. It's fantastic. And you know, it's not overbearing in any way. It's just, you know, it's a really good interior cleaner, I think. So if you haven't tried it, and you're still using like a Armor All or something like that, you know, give this stuff a shot. You might be surprised. So all right, and then, you know, the rest of this I'll get once I'm over on that side to finish the cleaning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here. I'm going to do this side of the center console. I'm going to clean out the center console, and then I'll start moving to the door, and then the kick panel trim over here. All right, and these cup holder hero things, we're gonna take these out. We're gonna clean these. Same thing with the cup holder itself. And you'll see. I'm just gonna put these in here for now, but you'll see how we're gonna do that. It's gonna be one of the last things that we do before we put them back inside the truck. So just kind of the way I do it is, as I go along, I just pull them out. When I get to that area, you can kind of pregame this a little bit and, you know, prep for the wipe down, and pull them out beforehand, which, you know, there's no right or wrong way to do it, really. And when you're cleaning your center console, don't just stop like where the seat back meets or where the seat cushion meets. You're going to want to get the whole thing, because, you know, as you move your seat around, if you're like me, you're constantly adjusting your seat. You know, you're going to see different marks in the center console and the plastic from where you dressed it and where you didn't dress it. So just go that extra step. Go ahead and, you know, just squeeze your hand down in there. You're going to be all right. All right, we're back on the passenger side. Like I said, just kind of as I get to these points, I'll pull out these Cup Hero liners. I do kind of want to leave them a little bit organized. They can be a pain in the ass to figure out where they go back. So the center console in the driver's side, I'll leave on the driver's seat. Obviously the passenger side, I'll leave on the passenger seat. And then when I show you guys how to clean them, I'll kind of show you how I put it all back together. So if you just want to spray down your door panel, you can absolutely do that. It's not as important on the dash because obviously this isn't your windshield. But I still just don't do that unless it's really dirty. But this obviously is not really dirty, so it's more just dusty. You know, I find for car interiors, you know, unless you're a really messy person or like you work out of your car and you're constantly eating in it, then, you know, you really only have to do it, you know, maybe once a month if you take care of your stuff. So, you know, I don't mind doing interiors. You know, it's obviously not as fun as the outside part, but you know, there are some people who just hate doing interiors. But if you just keep it up, take the trash out when you leave the truck, you know, when you're sitting at a stoplight or whatever, keep a rag in your console and you wipe down the dust kind of as you go. You really only have to do this, worth taking everything out and wiping everything down, you know, maybe once a month. You know, if you're working in a really dusty environment, obviously you're gonna have to do it more frequently, but for me, not so much. So that's basically the door. Minus this piece down here. I got a lot of cubby space, but didn't get that too well. So let me do that. Doing all this talking is kind of making me lose my place here. But now we'll do the kick panel pieces, and then that will progress us to the rear passenger door. You do want to clean up the plastics on the seat. I know a lot of people don't wipe that down, but I think it's a good idea too. Like I said, this stuff doesn't leave a greasy finish, so when people touch the buttons, they'll be fine. But these can be pretty well neglected, so just don't neglect your stuff. If you're here doing it anyways, you know, again, go that extra step, and just, you know, it's going to take you a hot second to clean that up. All right, at the back door, so a couple of the Hero liners will come out. We'll throw those right there. It's getting pretty well dirty, so I'm just gonna flip that around. Because I'm on a new side, I'm going to spray it down the 4 times because it's pretty dry, like I did before. And then, you know, it'll be 1 or 2 from there just to maintain it. So hopefully you guys can. Hopefully I'm not taking up too much of the frame here. Maybe back that out. Hopefully that's better. So. The greatest part about filming yourself to upload things to YouTube in your driveway that happens to be off of a, you know, a pretty busy street. It's not a main street, but it's a pretty busy street. Is everybody looks at you like you're fucking insane. So that's always a good time. But it is what it is. So same thing, I did this you know, B-pillar piece from the front. I'm gonna hit it from the back as well. I did it from the front door, and I'm going to clean it from the rear passenger side as well. And that will kind of just bring me up and around. Then I do fold these down, and I do wipe. Now let me show you. So I fold down the back passenger seats, and then I do wipe down the plastics back here. And I left my cleaner over there. So we're gonna have to go back and get that. So just same deal. Nothing really special. I'm just gonna wipe these down. You know, if these were really dirty, like absolutely filthy, and just a simple wipe down didn't work, you could use, they sell like these sponges at AutoZone. They have like a fabric kind of netting around them. And that would just be a little more aggressive to clean a little more aggressively. I obviously don't need that here, but if you have, you know, caked on mud and, you know, whatever you're getting into that is not coming down with a simple wipe down, you could use that. And you could also use like a stiff bristled brush on these doors, because, you know, this is just vinyl and you know, cheap plastic, so you're not going to hurt anything with a stiff bristled brush here. You know, stiff bristled nylon brush. So obviously don't use anything metal that will scratch this, but you know, that if you had to really do that. Cleaner. All right, moving along to the front now. Yeah, I'll just put that in there for now. Just the remote to those LED lights I have underneath there. So again, I'm trying to, you know, approach this from an organized manner, so I'm not covering one door, you know, twice, or you know, applying product and wasting product in areas that it's already been applied. So I find that starting from the passenger side and then working my way around the car is probably the best way to do it. So I'm working basically inside out, if that makes sense. So inside out and around, to kind of help me stay organized. I've also heard that, what are those white sponges by like Mr. Clean? Magic erasers. If you have like scuff marks, like say you had like a tan interior and you have like a scuff mark here, or, you know, down here or whatever on your tan, I heard that those can do a really good job of getting out scuff marks from plastics and things. I haven't, you know, had that experience myself, but heard good things about that. All right, so that brings us to driver's side dash, and then this kick panel stuff here. So I bought this truck used. I bought it in May of 2020. Yeah. Before this, I had a 2015 Honda Accord EXL V6, and it was 2 doors, a coupe, a cool car. Got hit by a drunk driver. He was OUI drugs. He took out the quarter panel. I got it fixed, but you know, once your car is hit, it's never really the same. And I kind of fell out of love with it after that. And you know, that by that point, my fiance and I had bought this house, and we had a you know, we don't have a lot of land. You know, we've got, you know, more than a quarter acre, less than half an acre. But leaves were always a problem. Doing leaves was a real bitch. And she's got a RAV4, so I mean, we got lucky enough with that our first year that we made that work, but it was really difficult. You know, loading tarps full of leaves and things like that. So, you know, I've always really loved trucks. It's kind of, I know I'm babbling, but you know, it's kind of a silly story, but like back in 1995, like when Twister came out, and you know, there was that red Dodge Ram in Twister. Oh my God, you know, I fell in love with pickup trucks because of that movie. So this is the first pickup truck I've ever owned, and you know, I love it. I'll probably never go back. Unless it's just like a weekend fun car, I'll probably never go back to just having like a sedan or a coupe. Although rebuilding like a 3rd gen F-body Pontiac Firebird or Trans Am, or especially like a Trans Am GTA, oh, that would be sick. Either red or white. With the T-tops, of course, that would be sick. Anywhere between like 89 and 93, I think would probably be the best years of that. You know, I know they did the tune port, you know, fuel injection on those years, and some people like it, some people don't. I had one when I was 17. I had a red Firebird when I was 17, and you know, I guess whatever, midlife crisis or whatever. I'd love to have another one and be able to restore that. And that would just be like the fun weekend car, and then obviously my truck would be my everyday, you know, kind of going around town. So anyways, we're getting pretty close to wiping down all the interior here. Don't do dressing on this. We're going to take care of this with leather cleaner. So don't do dressing on this. If you do end up using dressing on it, take a clean, dry microfiber towel and just really do your best to take some of the slickness out of the dressing that you put on here. But you know, as a general rule, I just do the plastics on the steering wheel, the column, turn indicators. Again, mostly just kind of focused on picking up dust rather than anything else there. We're going to use a glass cleaner on the screen. So the next thing we're going to do is now we're going to actually vacuum it out. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to clean the pedals real quick. So hopefully you guys can try to work this in so you guys can see the pedals a little bit better. Oh, sorry, hitting the camera. Rookie friggin' move. So using a different cloth, what I'm going to do, so I'm going to put a towel down, and then I'm going to use a different cloth that's separate from the one I just used to do the dash and the dressing and all that. And honestly, I'm just going to use like straight up glass cleaner. You don't got to get crazy with these. So I'm going to spray that onto the pedals and then wipe it off. But you want to, you know, keep your pedals looking good. you know, not that, you know, anybody's going to really see them, but I think it can be a good indicator. Like when I see somebody's car, especially if they just got it cleaned, if I see somebody's car and I'm trying to, you know, determine if it's somebody who like really takes care of their vehicle versus somebody who like went to one of those like pay $30 and we'll detail it for you type deals, is you look at the pedals. If their pedals are clean, then you know that they've been taking care of that car, at least from a a cleanliness perspective. But you know, 2 seconds, that's all it takes. All right, so now we're gonna move on to vacuuming. So for this, I have my own shop vac. It's a, if in case you're wondering, it's a Craftsman. What is this? Craftsman 9-gallon shop vac, wet dry. This thing's a champ. I love it. It's great. So I'll get a screenshot of it for you when I'm done vacuuming here. All right, so I'll just show you how I section this off. So I start here on the inner wall and I work my way back, right, and all the way around, kind of like you would cut your lawn, right? So you're going to do the outline first. And then from there, what I do once I got the outline done is I just divide the inner piece in half. So I'll do this far half first, and then I'll do this inner half last. And then once I do that, I'll move on to the seat, then the back, the seats in the back, and then work my way around following that pattern. Again, just in case you're wondering, that's the shop vac I'm using. Like I said, it's the 9-gallon one, 10 amps, 120 volt. It's friggin' awesome. I love it. So gonna finish here, then hit the passenger side front. If these were really dirty, if I was worried about these being really dirty, I would obviously move the seats forward. But so I can make sure I get back here really nicely. But I'm not actually worried about it because, one, I've got the floor liners, but two, again, nobody sits back here, so not really a problem. So let's finish up the vacuum. All right, so that's pretty much the vacuuming done. If you wanted to get super nerdy with it, what you could do is you could actually remove the seats, both front driver and passenger seats, and be 100%. But my truck's never really that dirty, so I would only do that if I spilled something back there and I wanted to wet vac it out. So actually use a carpet cleaner and an extractor to really get the carpet underneath. Other than that, I find just a shop vac does just fine. So, all right, let's move on to the glass. All right, so window glass, whether it's on the sides of the truck or it's your actual windshield itself, it can be a real bitch to get streak-free glass. And I did not invent these tips. I actually stole them from Ammo NYC. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use two tools, and Invisiglass or Invisible Glass is probably the best glass cleaner that you're going to get. And it's available Walmart, Target, AutoZone, like any big box store you go is going to have this. And if you get nothing else out of what I'm using personally, you're probably going to want to pick this up because this stuff's fantastic. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply the glass cleaner to the windshield, and I'm going to use my squeegee. I want to say this was like, I don't know, $15 off of Amazon, something like that. It's a pretty heavy duty squeegee. And then after I squeegee it, which is going to get, I would say 99% of all the stuff off of the inside of the windshield, ensure I have no streaks. I put a microfiber towel, clean, dry, on one of these invisible glass tools. It's like a windshield tool, and you kind of go to town just cleaning it up. But this will basically be dry. I just use this to pick up the slop that's left over from the squeegee. So let's go ahead and show you how I do that. This I do just apply to the windshield. I don't worry about it hitting the glass or I'm sorry, hitting the dash or anything like that, because, you know, honestly, it doesn't really matter. So don't get wrapped up with stupid things. I'm just gonna kind of come over like that. And everything that is kind of flying around right now, don't worry about that. We're gonna clean that up in a second. So, and it's not gonna really ruin the dressing on the dash, so don't be too hurt over that. All right, so now I'll just come in with the Invisiglass tool and just clean that up. And I would do the same thing on the outside of the windshields. But obviously not using this tool to dry up what's left. I would just use, obviously, you know, my hand in a microfiber. So, you know, what I would say is make sure you're looking at your glass from different angles, just making sure that you don't have any streaks, because now's the time to get it, or else you're gonna have to redo the whole windshield, and we all know that that's not fun. This is one of the least liked things about interiors. So I have a fast lane pass, so I can't really get into there with this tool, so I'm just gonna do it by hand here. Then just quickly wipe this down. Again, it's gonna have no real effect on the dressing. You're not gonna see like weird spots or anything. It's gonna be fine. But that's about it for the windshield. Now I'll just repeat the process on every window. It's a little bit easier on the side windows. I just do one squirt, right? That's, you know, gotta go crazy. But yeah, I wanted to check the battery level there on the GoPro, so make sure we're still recording. I can't tell you how many times I've found myself just talking to myself and not actually recording anything because I let the friggin' battery die. And for whatever reason, the GoPro didn't make a beep, or I didn't hear it beep. So, you know, whatever. Then I end up losing footage and looks stupid when I go to upload it. So don't let that happen to you if you start a YouTube channel, all right? It was like 2 half squirts, so don't yell at me. Be like, oh, Jay, you said only one, and then I saw you do 2. Well, they were like half squirts, so give me a break, right? Some people do their glass after they wash the outside of the truck. And I get that because, you know, the outside of the windows are still going to be dirty. But I just prefer to do my interior cleaning before I do the exterior cleaning, because in my mind, if I clean the exterior and then I start taking out dirty floor mats and I'm shaking them out, that's just all dirt that's landing back on my paint again. Which then my truck is then dirty again. So I just don't see the point in doing this after you wash the outside of the truck. I think this is always where you should start, is always from the inside, and then work your way outside. That's just my logic for it anyways. We might go switch out this battery pretty soon. It's getting pretty low. Maybe after I do the next window. You don't have to use this exact squeegee, by the way. I got another one I'll show you in a second. That's, you know, a little bit easier to get into tighter spaces because it's thin. I just find this to be more comfortable because it's got a more ergonomic handle. I also use this to clean like the windows on my house and stuff. Really makes quick work of that, especially like glass sliding doors, things like that. Super easy. So all right. So after so when I first bought this truck back in May, like the first weekend I had it, I went and had the windows tinted. Then I was driving to work. Like a week later after I had, it wasn't even like a week later, it was a few days after I had it tinted, and it was and I looked out my driver's side window here. I thought I saw a scratch in the tint, and I ran my finger across it, and it felt like it was indented, meaning like it had cut all the way through the tint. So I was like really pissed off. And then after I tried cleaning it with a squeegee like a day later, and realized it was actually just dirt. So for whatever reason. So just a stupid little story there. This is the other squeegee I was telling you about. You know, you can get into smaller spaces and things like that. It's kind of pointy though, so it's not really comfortable to use. You can absolutely get by with it though and get into like really tight spaces with it. But this was like, you know, $3 or $4 on Amazon, so it's super cheap money. I'll probably make a video about that organizer I'm using right there. It's actually pretty cool. Clips into the back of the bed and stuff, so super easy. All right, we still get like 15% battery, so we're gonna maybe we'll clean the seats and then I'll go switch it out. So I like Lexol. I've used a couple of different products. I used some Meguiar's stuff. I've used a bunch of different stuff because my Accord had leather seats. I know this is vinyl, it's not leather, but the Accord had leather seats. So I used a bunch of different leather cleaners to try to figure out what I liked. And what I liked the most was actually Lexol. I do the, you know, they got like basically like an orange bottle that you can use. That's the cleaner, I believe. I use basically the bottles that come like these. So it's a two-step. This is the cleaner, and then there's a it's almost like a cream that you put on. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this down with the cleaner with just a cloth. You can use a brush if you wanted to, like a soft bristled brush. I would probably do that if I still had leather seats that were perforated, but obviously these are just vinyl, so I'm not gonna really make all that fuss with that. This stuff can be super runny, so just be careful. A lot can come out at once. I can't tell you how many times I've like tipped the bottle over and a whole bunch started pouring out. It was just a real pain in the ass because I hate wasting product. I don't really have any rock salt or anything like that on this seat. It's just kind of more dusty than anything else. So I'm just kind of cleaning off some of that dust. Make sure you're wiping down your headrest too. Because, you know, if you're wearing like hair product or, you know, the girl is, you know, sometimes that stuff can get on your headrest and just cause a mess. So, you know, just take the second to wipe it down. All right, so we're gonna let that cleaner chill. I am gonna come back with the step 2 that will just, you know, kind of like a dressing for the vinyl or whatever, so it'll be fine. We'll fold that forward. All right, my big head's probably going to be in the way, but I don't really have a better angle for you guys, but try to get out some of this rock salt staining or whatever it is, residue. Definitely make sure you do the back headrest too. Not that anybody sits back here, but I find that these just get super dusty for whatever reason. Probably because they're sitting flat, I guess. I don't really know, but they get super dusty. And then when I'm in the back seat, I also use that opportunity to clean the back of the front seats. All right, go grab this from the other side. Once this stuff dries and I put on the step 2 of this stuff, skips my mind what it's referred to right now, but I'll take you guys in to show you if the rock salt residue got removed or not. I usually spend a lot of time, like when I do these videos, doing them on the weekend, I usually spend a lot of time editing. So if I film for an hour, it's probably, 4 hours of editing that goes into a video. But I don't think this one's going to be as heavily edited as some of my other ones. I think I might just kind of do this as a wash and talk or something. And you guys can let me know if you like a long form video or a shorter form video. So yeah, definitely let me know in the comments below if you want to see more videos that are longer like this, just kind of me talking to the camera about different things about the truck and other things, or if you think a shorter, more edited video would be more your speed. Maybe I'll try to do like a poll or something, but yeah, put it in the comments, let me know. It'd be helpful. Ah, come on, you bastard. Get down there. I don't understand why when they make headrest, they make it so the button is underneath the friggin' headrest to lower it. Like, you gotta be like a friggin' ninja to try to get these things all the way back down. It's a pain in the friggin' balls. All right, let's go get a new cloth and then we'll start the conditioning of the actual vinyl. So this is the second step. This one's the silver bottle here of Lexol, and it's all leather conditioner is what they're calling it. It's good stuff, smells good. Like I said, it's probably my favorite leather product. I've tried 1,000 of them, and this is just what I found works the best. I like the most and lasts the longest. So this is what I rock with. So we're just gonna go ahead, apply it to the towel, and apparently spill it all over the friggin' floor. God damn it. I'll wipe that up in a second. It's not gonna stain anything, it's gonna be fine. But you just put it on the towel and work it into the vinyl. Just pick that up off the friggin' carpet. I can't believe I just did that. Such a stupid move. So I was cleaning, or not cleaning, but I was watering my lawn. I don't have an irrigation system, and I'm trying to grow new grass out front because it was all crabgrass last year, and I have a dog and she's got like water diabetes is what they call it, so she was peeing a lot and burnt a lot of holes in my lawn. So I'm basically trying to redo my lawn. So this morning, I was working the sprinklers, moving them around, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna make a video of how to clean the interior of your truck, or at least how I do it, right? So part of my drying process for the outside is I'll use a leaf blower to blow dry the car, in my case the truck, right? And so I went, I've been using it for the past 2 weeks, between cleaning up the lawn, dethatching, all that fun stuff, and I went to go fill it up with gas. I put the cap down on like some cushions from my lawn furniture that's not out yet, and filled it up with gas, turned around, can't find the gas cap. I took everything out of this friggin' shed. Everything. Like planting buckets, tarps, shook out the tarps. Like literally I took everything out of this shed. Looked for about 45 minutes. Could not find this friggin' gas cap. And the reason why I'm telling you that story is because I knew I was going to be doing this today, but something about, washing and cleaning your truck for me is kind of therapeutic. So, I was having a pretty frustrating morning dealing with this lost cap, and just doing this, cleaning out the truck, whether I was talking to the camera or not, but just cleaning my truck, spending time with my truck. Just kind of makes you happy inside, I guess. Makes me happy inside. So hopefully, you get the same feeling when you clean your truck. All right, I just finished applying the conditioner to that side. I just did that off camera. And then I'm gonna do it on this side. I mean, you've already seen me do it. So you know how it goes. You just put it on the towel and then go ahead and apply it onto the seats. You don't have to do like a really thick layer or anything. Like I wouldn't like cake this stuff on. You just want like a film of it, essentially, like a thin film on top that I mean, this is vinyl, so it doesn't matter. But if it was leather, that you would obviously rub into the pores of the leather, because leather's skin-like. It basically is skin from a cow. So you just want to, you would want to rub it into the leather, into the pores of the leather, so you were protecting the seat. But this is just kind of more about, you know, an aesthetics thing. For me and the vinyl seats, I do think it will help maintain them over the long run. I really wish GM would sell a Z71 packaged truck with leather interior. I'll probably do like a proper review video of this truck, and maybe like a, you know, the things I like and don't like. All the YouTube kids are doing that, so maybe I'll make one of them. But I do wish that they packaged this truck with a leather interior, and it's bizarre to me that they don't have an option for a sunroof either. Like, come on, GM, do better. Just do better. Anyways, on to the front. All right, last seats, and then we'll see. Yeah, then we'll yeah, we're gonna start playing with some water after this. So that's when the fun stuff actually happens. So get to bust out my pressure washer. It's the got the Karcher K1700. You know, it's the one, if you watch Obsessed Garage, it's like the yellow entry-level one off of that. You know, I'd love to get a Krenza at some point, but I just don't have, I can't justify that, spending that kind of money, first off. Second off, I don't really have like a setup here in this driveway that's really conducive to having a wash bay. God, I'd love to have a wash bay. That would be amazing. But I got the Krenza. I am going to order, I should say, hopefully for my birthday, my fiance orders me the Mosmatic spray gun from Obsessed Garage, and I'm probably going to pick up their Cobra Jet hose. I forgot the steering wheel. I don't know why I forgot that. Let's do that, and then we're going to start playing with some water. But yeah, I'm probably going to order the Cobra Jet hose, and that's going to be a pretty slick setup, because I'll have quick disconnects for like some of the most painful parts of setting up a friggin' pressure washer. So that'll be friggin' legit when I get that. All right. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. All right. So you got our cleaner. Gonna move to a clean side of the towel. Unlike the seats, the steering wheel in a Z71 actually is leather. So you're gonna wanna take care of it and treat it as such. So, you know, use leather cleaning products on it. Don't use, you know, dressing from your dashboard. Then, you know, nobody really wants a shiny friggin' steering wheel, you know what I mean? Like I said, I bought this used, and I think from factory, the leather's pretty matte. It's got a pretty matte finish from factory, at least on the new ones it does. I'm not sure about the 2016s when they were new. I'm pretty sure when they were new. But when I bought this one, you know, I think it had a little bit of a rough life before I bought it. I mean, not terrible. There's nothing wrong with the truck, don't get me wrong. But I mean, the previous owner definitely didn't care for it the way I care for it. So, I mean, my steering wheel's, you know, shinier than I would like it to be. But a lot of that's just, you know, there's nothing I can do about that. I'd have to replace the steering wheel. I've done everything I can from a cleaning and maintenance perspective to try to remedy that. And it is what it is. And I've accepted it and moved on. But, you know, if you get a new truck, treat it right. Don't have a shiny friggin' steering wheel. None of the cool kids are doing that, and you want to be a cool kid. So This is just the conditioner. I'm going to come back with a clean microfiber and just get this off of here. But again, because it's real leather, I want to make sure I condition it. It's freaking getting cold out here. It started off at like 55 today, and I think it's like down in the 40s now, but you know, whatever. We're gonna play with water anyways. All right. Really be aggressive with trying to get this conditioner off, because you don't want a slick steering wheel. Like, it should feel a little tacky after you clean it. That's how you know it's clean. So be aggressive here. You know, don't worry, you're not going to damage the steering wheel or anything. I mean, it's not going to happen. So all right, so it's looking pretty good. Like I said, you know, whatever, it is what it is. You know, it's a little bit shinier than what I would like, but you know, it's compared to what it was when I first bought it. I mean, it's night and day. I wish I had a picture, but it's friggin' night and day. So, all right, I think that's gonna wrap up the interior piece. Obviously, you know, I would do a an air freshener in here, which, why not? You know, this is what you guys came for, right? So I just do these little trees. I really like the new car scent. I've been using these ever since I got my driver's license when I was 16. And I don't know, something about the new car scent I just really like. So that's what I go with. But you know, if that's not your jam, that's cool too. I also do it, I put it on my my turn signal stock here because I don't want anything distracting me from my hanging from my rear view mirror. So I'll just put my Vaseline back up here. But yeah, I mean, that's really it. So for the cup holders, the cup holder heroes, or the cup liner heroes, whatever they're called, and for the floor mats or the WeatherTechs, actually use water and soap and all that stuff to clean those. So I'm going to show you guys that stuff in part 2, and then we'll go ahead and throw those back inside the truck. So yeah, if you like this video, if you like the long format videos, let me know in the comments below, or if you prefer you know, a shorter, you know, more edited product. You know, put that down in the comments below too. I'm pretty sure there's a way for me to do a poll, but I'm not, I can't remember exactly. I've never really played with that, but if there is, I'll do a poll too, so make sure you vote on that. And you know, come back for video 2. That's going to be, you know, the washing of the exterior. We'll do the floor mats, we'll get those back inside the truck. I'll show you guys how I clean the cup holders in the Cup Hero liners, whatever they're called. Yeah, but yeah, it'll be a good time. So all right, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Talk to you.
Keep dancing with the devil, but he doesn't have a back, no.